Today we're going to learn how to use Weaver modeling engine to maintain the master data, for example, the product data, and how the product data can be used in the workflow. So first of all, let's go into understand the basic menu about the modeling engine. There will be application. So one application can combine a lot of modules, a lot of forms, a lot of query, and all the component. A module is a user interface which can control the permission, and control the menu, and also control the layout. Now, form is kind of the database of this module. For example, if we have a product management layout, the layout should have a lot of data collection point. So the data is stored in the database. A form is a connection between the UI and the backend database. The query is kind of the report. So you can go into like query out all the product inside the system, and the query is going to connect with the forms. So each query can go to query out all the data. Of course, you can set a condition based on different conditions. You can query out different data. Data browser is a connection between the modeling engine with the process. So after we create a module, it comes with data. So we're going to create a data browser. So the data browser can be used inside the process engine. The tree is look like the organization structures or the categories. You can have multiple level. So use the tree is more clear to show this kind of relationship. Reminder is give you kind of the reminder. For example, if the contract is going to expire soon, so before the contract expire, maybe 1 month ago, you're going to send out a reminder to the related person. They are going to have some kind of actions about this contract. Also send out the birthday reminder or other reminder. Resource panel is kind of the display layout. For example, for the meeting management, if you show the meeting like a line by line as a table, which is not so visualized. So we use a resource panel. The resource panel is like have a layout just like Excel. You can go to have the different dimension, one dimension for the resource, one dimension for the date or times. Dashboard is kind of the to-do list. You can drag and drop from one box to another box. Of course, the dashboard can be a task, or even for the project management, you can use a dashboard. Mind map is a mind map layout. So from one point to a lot of other point, from another point to another other point. So that is kind of the layout, which look like this one. The Gantt chart is more for the project management and time layout. So based on the different kind of project, for example, the construction project or even the IT project, you can have this kind of the waterfall Gantt chart. User-defined page, you can have your own page, HTML page. You write and put in the system and link to here. Since design is kind of the Visual Studio, Visual Studio is Visual, Microsoft Visual. You can just drag and drop this kind of the triangle or rectangle or others or circle, and then design kind of the scenario. Now, for example, who is the start point, who is the end point, who is the middle point. So based on this one, you can go into design how to start to use the system. Import and export, you will have two environments, one environment for testing, one environment for production. So you can just export the application from this system from testing system to the production system. The interface is kind of the web service. So you can write some code to get data from the modeling engine, and then you can go to update the data in the modeling engine as well. So this is some basic introduction about the user menu. So let's go to create a new application which go to have all the product information. So we're going to have that product demo, and this is for product demo. And here you can just give different colors based on your preference. And you can have the icons, because this is for product. Maybe you can just choose some kind of the related to product kind of the icons here, make it easier. Maybe I use a barcode, and then I submit. So I have the applications. Based on application, I'm going to have the module. I can create click this one, or I can click this one as well. And maybe I just click this one. The module is like the product master data. And then this module is belong to the product demo, and then the form name. The form action is for here, right? So we can click the plus product master data. And here give the database name product master data, and then save and go details. You go to details. Actually, this design is quite similar with process design. You can just batch edit. So we're going to have like the first one. We can have the product ID, and then product name, product description. You can put some like the photos. After the photos, you're going to have the cost, and after the cost, you're going to have this kind of the things like the sales. What is a sales price? Then available quantity. So maybe we just put this kind of field for reference. After this one, the first one, product ID, we just make it 100 characters. Product name, we can put more, 200 characters. Description, we can put more, maybe 300 characters. Photos can be attachment upload. This is upload image. So you can put the picture, voice, and height. Each line show number of pictures. You can have multiple pictures. And for cost is a number. Number is put a float to digit number of the distinct numbers. And then sales price is also a float number. You put float number. Available quality normally it should be integer. So we design for the product, and we save. After save this one, let's just close this one and then save here. You see, after we save this one, we come with a form name. The form will be shown from here, and this is a relationship between the application product demo. Come with a module. The module is called product master data. Product master data come with a form name called product master data. So this one is connected with the database. So for here, right, we can go into initialize a new template, because just now we have something like the layout. We can go to initialize. For each line, we can have 2 or 1. Maybe we just put 1. And then we display all and make it all editable, edit, and then make it all are required. And then next, come with the blue, we just keep it as blue. Yeah, so we're going to have the new layout. So we click the new layout, we're going to change for the layout a little bit, because for different, for here, right, maybe we want to make this more user-friendly, or make it more fantastic. So how we're going to edit this one? So normally it's like we're going to maybe, because for the photo it should be larger, so maybe we just put a height, a little bit height, maybe for 50. Just now should be 100. Maybe just put 100 is better. And for the product master data, this is new. The name is new. There's no problems. And we just save and close. So based on the new layout, we can quickly to have the display layout and also edit layout, and then we can just save. So let's go to edit the display layout. The name, we change the name to display. Save. And then for here, we change to edit. So the user will be easy to know what is their layout for. After we have this one, we can make this as a menu in front end. So we can just right click, create menu. This should be created in front end or back end. Maybe just create front end. In the front end, we go to the training, and we're going to create a new menu, because here get a lot of menu. We just add a new one. The new we call product master data. Short name PMD, and no parent menu. And for here, we do not want to put. We copy this one. And for here, we did not put anything. We just put empty, and then We can put icons if you want. Maybe we just choose anyone, this one, and save. So let's go down to product must pass the data. So we add a new, this is not product master data. So this is like the, we can just call new product master data. And then new PMD, and the link is just keep it the same. I will just give icons here and then save. So after we save this one, right, and we just save here, save. Let's go back to here. So one more thing we need to do is give the permission. So how we're going to give the permissions, right? It's better we're going to give the person. Maybe we'll give the person for training. We find the training, have the permission to edit new, and then we just click save. So if I go front, I'm going to refresh, and from the menu here, product master data. So just now the layout we create is shown from here, so you can just input data. But there are some problems that the attachment upload directory is not set. You'll go back to the basic. And normally, so for the attachment upload, you're going to set a fixed directory. Maybe just choose from here. You can choose any of the directory based on your requirement, and then save. So after save this one, let's go to refresh this one RDB. You see here, you can upload the attachment, which is easier for you. So for here, we can create few product. The first one is like P 0001. The product name is called ThinkPad. We call it ThinkPad T14. And for photos, we can go to the Google ThinkPad. Go to the ThinkPad. We'll get an image. Yeah, so for here, maybe choose this one. Yeah, I have an image here, so we just screenshot this one and download. Then I go back to here, upload the image, just download. So you have an image here. Oh no, not this one. Upload image. Yes, this one. You have an image here, and the cost maybe we'll say it's like 2,000. The sales price maybe it's 2,300. Our available quantity is like 23. So we have a first product, save and create. Maybe we just create another one. We'll call P002. The product name is called MacBook. It's called MacBook Pro, and then we go to find that MacBook Pro. We'll go to find out one photos image. So for here, maybe we just choose this image. So choose this image, and then we go back to upload. Yeah, so I have a MacBook image. The cost maybe 2,100, and sales price quantity is 20, and then we save. So you see this is a display view, right? You can click the display and you can edit, and then if you want to edit, right, maybe it's put 21, save. The data will be updated to 21. But after you have the new data, right, how are you going to query all the data, all the product inside the system? Let's go back to the system. Here is go to the query. If we go to the query, we're going to have the product demo. We're going to say all product. The form name we go to link to the product master data. And then for here, we're going to save. And then we save this one, right? We're going to have field definition. What kind of data we need to display? Display all the things here. And after display all the things, right, we're going to have a link with a form module. So after clicking this one, we'll be show the details about the product. Maybe we did not display the photo here. And we put this one as a product name, description as a search criteria, and then we save. After we save this one, right, let's go back to the basic. And what we can do is we can do this one as a no permission list, which means all the people can see this one, but we just keep it. So after this one, what we do is we're going to create a user menu. Create advanced query menu, and then create user portal. Let's go back to here. Just now what we have is a product master data. So for here, right, we're going to add a new. So this is all product. We call it all product, and have icons. Maybe let's check we have any icons related to the product. Maybe just put this one, and then we save from here. Let's go back to refresh. Okay, you see here we have all product. You have no permission. So let's go back to give the permission to the person. The permission is from here. So view permission, monitor permission. Let's go first give the view. We give the training the permission to view. Save and come back. We're going to refresh. You see here, right, you can have a condition and you search. You have two products. One is for ThinkPad, the other one is for the MacBook. So we click the ThinkPad. You'll be leads to the detail page. But I do not want to go to another new screen. I want just to have a screen just as display here. So how are we going to design this one? Go to basic. Go to basic here. We change the pop-up to standing windows, and then change to 70, maybe 75, and then we save. And then we refresh this one. Will be search, and you click this one, right? Will be have the display just right side, so which will be more easier to use. So after you have this one, right, you have the data, you can add it, you can add a new, and so you have all of the data. So we can give a data browser, which can be used in process. So the process can use the data. So we define this one is like product master. Form name, we still use a form for this one, and then we just are going to we make it as a no permission list, easier for all the people to use this one. So after this one, we define the field. Just now we can have all the basic information, and we see the sales price and all the ability. No need to display the cost. And if they click this one, right, if they click the product ID, whether they want to link to others or not, we just do not need them to link. And then we come back, we're going to create a browser button. We need to set a field link. Maybe you set this one for the yes, save. And then let's go back to here, create a browser button. We call this one product master. Okay, save. Product master. Save. So we're going to have a product master data for data browser. So we have a data browser. How are we going to use this one? Let's go back to the workflow engine. So in the workflow engine, we can start create a new workflow. Add purchase requisition, and we're going to a new type. No need to new. We just choose auto, maybe auto, and create a new form. Purchase requisition. Save and already exist requisition training. So go details. So this is a similar with what we do before. We can go to create multiple field. We just but here is a little bit different. We're going to have a detail table. Now, for example, the applicant, department, and also here a date. So applicant, we make it a browser button. This one we make it a browser button. Date is a browser button. So here you can choose a human resource. This is kind of the department. We choose department. This one date. We go to system, choose a date. So this is simple. We just save. Let's go to have the product because the project location multiple product, right? So here is like product name, price, quantity, and here get an amount. So the product, the first one is going to ask them to select. So you have a browser button. The browser button get integration user defined radio button. So for here you can go to choose just now we create is a product master data. You choose this one. After this one, product name, we put it as a 200. Price, this is a float. Quantity should be an integer. Amount should be a float. So this is how we're going to design a detail table. After with this one, we're going to save. And close, save and go details. We're just going to create a simple workflow. Start, approve, end. Quickly to connect them and then save. No need to testing. For here is that request. Who can go to make the request? I'll say all. I can specify the division or department. Like an IT department can go into make the application and then add, save. Approver, I put myself as approver. So maybe I put the approver, I put the training. So the training, and then go to the end. The end the operator, just make it as a end. We're going to notify the process creator. Save. And save. Cancel. Okay, so we're going to design the forms. The form, we're going to HTML module, initialize, advanced module, choose this one. Next, maybe you choose some better one. Maybe you choose this one. Next. Priority, no need to display, and detail table, we need to add the new details. Allow modification, default add to, and then some are editable. And the product should be editable. Product name and price should be get from automatically, and then done. Save. So let's go back to refresh the workflow. You see here, right? We already get something that the applicant, the department, date auto come out. The product, if you click product, all the product will be here. You click this one, but the product name, price, and not show. So so it's not show here. So if you want to show, you can just do something like that, field linkage, and quantity you can just go into put that 20. And then amount will come out. So this is how we're going to link the product mass data with our workflow. Even this is the first one, and for this one, right, you can click the ThinkPad. For this one, you MacBook. So you have multiple product. Of course, you can choose which one to display, or you can choose multiple product. The product name and pricing not auto come out. Let's go back to the system to make it happen. So after we choose this one, these two will be auto show. So how we're going to do this one is go back to the workflow engine. In the workflow engine, we'll find the workflow, the product requisition. Go to the advanced module, there will be a field linkage. The field linkage will say display information. The trigger field will go to the detail table, the product. Then how we're going to trigger this one is we're going to find the table. The table, it should be product. Yeah, this one, product master data, and maybe it's called per PMD. So the condition setting is the database, the data ID. This will be the data ID, right? We'll go to the data ID equal to the process field. The detail table will be this one. And then when you assign, right, we're going to assign the value, the product name to the process, go to product name. And another one, we're going to assign the price, the sales price to the price. So we save. Yeah, let's go back to save. Let's refresh this one. So let's choose one product, maybe product one. You see the product one, right? The product name is Syncopite. The price will be 2,300, and then we put the quantity maybe 40. Maybe just put 10. But here is not auto calculation, right? How we do the auto calculation? Let's go back to here. Go to the form management. The row field. The row field is detail table, the amount equal to price times the quantity. Yeah, that's all. Save. Let's come back to here, refresh again. Look at the product and quantity, we put 10. So this will be auto calculation. So this is how we're going to collect the product, the master data, product master data, and use in the workflow. And also after you choose one data, others will be shown. If you see here, you click this one, you can go to the details about the product master data. So data will be linked with each other. So that's all for today's training. If you get any issues or any questions, please feel free to contact us at sales@weaver.com.sg